Hey, Nope family, it's Pastor Matt with your devotional thought for today. In Daniel chapter 2, we see the following words written. Then the mystery was revealed to Daniel in a vision of the night. Then Daniel blessed the God of heaven. Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, to whom belong wisdom and might. He changes times and seasons. He removes kings and sets up kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding. He reveals deep and hidden things. He knows what is in the darkness, and the light dwells with him. To you, O God of my fathers, I give thanks and praise, for you have given me wisdom and might, and have now made known to me what was asked of you. For you have made known to us the king's matter. This is a part of the narrative that discusses Nebuchadnezzar's dream, and how Nebuchadnezzar had this dream that was troubling him, and so he went to all of his own enchanters and diviners and all these people to try and give him an answer for this dream. But the challenge was he put out there that he wasn't going to tell them what the dream was. They needed to tell him both the dream and its meaning, or else he knew they were going to deceive him, and their punishment was to be death. Now, amongst those people were Daniel, and then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, his three friends. They were amongst these wise men who were in the kingdom. Now, they did not practice the evil ways of the dark things, but they would have been put to death alongside the other wise men in the kingdom as well. So Daniel goes and asks the people to pray, that they would pray for the Lord to give wisdom, and he prays, and the Lord gives the answer. He gives both the dream and the meaning of the dream to Daniel. And this, what I just read to you, is what comes out of that. This is his praise in response to the Lord. And I often think about how many times we are faced with seemingly impossible circumstances, and we don't necessarily first and foremost go to the Lord and ask others to go to the Lord on our behalf. Maybe we seek him individually, but we don't bring others into that process and help them to bear that burden with us and to share in the prayer needs that are there. And in this case, he went knowing that this was not only to preserve his life and his friends' lives, but the lives of many in order to have this. And not only would it preserve their lives, but it would reveal that God alone is the true God, the revealer of mysteries, the one who holds all wisdom. And so I love how Daniel acknowledges who God really is in his prayer, in his time of praise, his answer to the Lord for giving him his answer to prayer. And that's when he says, Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, to whom belong wisdom and might. See, he acknowledges right off the bat that God has all wisdom and all might. And he changes times and seasons. He removes kings and sets up kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding. See, anyone who has understanding has gotten it from the Lord. That knowledge has come from the Lord. Anyone who is wise has received that wisdom from the Lord. They don't have those things in and of themselves. Otherwise, they aren't wise and they aren't understanding. And then he continues and says, He reveals deep and hidden things. He knows what is in the darkness, and the light dwells with him. So he's revealed these hidden things to Daniel, and he is the one who knows all things and is able to reveal those things, but also in the darkness. See, people wander around in the darkness, and we once wandered around in the darkness, but now we are children of light because our God is the radiant light that reveals all things, that illuminates the truth, illuminates the path for us as well. And then he continues and says, To you, O God of my fathers, I give thanks and praise, for you have given me wisdom and might, and have now made known to me what we asked of you. For you have made known to us the king's matter. The response after the Lord faithfully answers the prayer is to give thanks and praise for what God has done. I think that's a great thing for us. How often does the Lord provide for our needs and we don't take the time to give thanks? We kind of take it for granted if we're not mindful and keeping the Lord ever before us and rejoicing in his faithfulness to provide for us, to provide for our means, to provide whether it's knowledge, wisdom, understanding, our material goods, our food, our shelter, our clothing. Our Lord provides. He provides people, provides it all. And so we want to give thanks and praise to our Lord, for he is the provider of all those things. He holds all wisdom, all insight, all knowledge. And so let us go to him for all that. And when he gives us clarity and when he gives us the answers that we're maybe not even looking for, but he gives us the answers, we give him praise and thanks for his goodness.